So how did you get involved in Dawah and
Okay.
supporting the new Muslims? I'm sure you got many
Yeah,
interesting stories.
So, I mean, my personal journey, like, I started with when I started learning about Islam seriously and, learning the Arabic language and so on and so forth. One thing that I found really, really beneficial and transforming was basically the ability to understand Quran. And that's what I started with my public work, is basically helping people, connect the Arabic to English or whatever language they're, working on. So that's something I started with. We were calling it Understanding Quran or Tadabbur al-Quran. You have several programs around that, like Al-Huda being one of the major one that I have seen influence a lot of people. So I started teaching that locally. I still do that. I think it's super important. And so I did with IOU as well. We recorded some courses on that. So that was my first attempt at public dawah.
MashaAllah.
And so obviously when you do that, then you're like, wow, this is amazing, right? And it's so life-changing, and you want to share it with people. And I was working with IBM back then, and we started talking to our colleagues and, sharing the message of Islam with them. And then obviously I think somehow I also came across iERA, saw your videos and whatnot, and then seeing, okay, this is how people are talking and giving dawah. So when I started doing that, I realized that this is very powerful, because at that time, I mean, it wasn't just like, okay, you're giving it to other people, but you also felt spirituality in it. So it depends, like the way you're
doing
it.
Kind of for yourself as well.
Yeah.
You benefit yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. And one thing I would say, like, it was more about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Islam itself, right? So the actual message of the deen versus the debate, right? So there's two different elements to it. We can talk about it. But like when you're talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you're bringing in Quran, so it kind of becomes your own iman boost as well, right? And then you see that sometimes you see, people would rebuttal you or make an argument, and you're like, subhanallah, Quran is saying that they say this, and then tell them. So you see that sort of alignment, right? So that was really beautiful.